Have you ever faced this kind of challenge while working with Excel? For example, imagine using the filter feature in a table to select a specific customer name. The result shows multiple products, and you end up spending hours checking them one by one or copying the data manually. Does this sound familiar? This kind of manual work can be incredibly time-consuming, especially when dealing with large data sets. Not only that, but it also increases the risk of errors. Here are some common scenarios where this might happen. You need to compile purchase histories for individual customers. You want to extract sales data for specific products and organize it into another sheet. Your manager asks you to quickly provide data that matches certain conditions. Do any of these situations ring a bell? The good news is that Excel has powerful features that can help you streamline these tasks. In this video, we will walk you through practical solutions to these problems. By applying these methods, you can dramatically boost your efficiency and save a significant amount of time. Let's dive into the solutions. Today, I'll show you how to use the filter function to search for multiple values. As a sample, we have prepared a sales dataset like the one you see here. The dataset includes headers such as OrderID, CustomerID, product name, quantity. The table is named Sales. You can confirm this by going to the Table Design tab and selecting the table. You'll see the name Sales displayed there. Now, here's the goal. When you specify a customer's name in a cell, the adjacent cell will display all the products purchased by that customer in a horizontal list, separated by commas. Let's go through this step by step. Stick around and follow along. Now, in most cases, we use a search value to find the information we need. One of the most common Excel functions for this purpose is lookup. In this sales table, we can see that Wilson Jane purchased several products. When we sort the table, we can confirm that she bought keyboard, laptop, monitor, and printer, a total of 4 products. Let's use VLOOKUP to check the products purchased by Wilson Jane. For example, if we use the formula equal and to select from the function options, use the down arrow key and select with the tab key. Select VLOOKUP. The lookup value is the customer name in the left cell, and the range is selected from the bottom of the customer name header to the last column. Control plus Shift plus arrow keys to select the range. The formula is structured as a table. The second column is the search target. Next, the search method will be set to exact match. So it will be false, followed by a close bracket. When you press enter, the result returns only monitor. This formula searches for Wilson Jane in the customer name column and retrieves the first matching product name in the second column from the top. However, it only returns a single value. Now let's talk about a function that is like an upgraded version of VLOOKUP, and that's the XLOOKUP function. It's definitely worth trying out. Using XLOOKUP, the lookup value is the customer name. The search range is the customer name column, and the return range is the product name column. Beyond this, there's the search mode, with several options. If an argument is not required, leave it blank. To set the search mode to search last to first, select -1. This makes the search start from the bottom, and the first match found will return the result. In this case, the result is printer. Both VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP return only the first value they find, whether they search from top to bottom or bottom to top. Even when using index match, the behavior remains the same, it only retrieves a single value. If you need to find all matching values at once, these functions alone won't work. This time, we'll use the filter function to demonstrate. Let's create a formula using the filter function. Now let's enter it into the formula bar. The filter function extracts data from the specified array, which in this case is the column you want to filter. Since we're not using a table structure, you can also use a cell range, and this will work just fine. Since we want to return the product names, we specify the product name column as the array. After selecting the product name column as the array, use a comma. Then for the second argument, we set the condition that will be used to filter the data. This condition defines which values we want to extract. In the include section, we specify the customer name column, since we want to filter the rows where the customer name matches Wilson Jane. Now we have the formula to extract only the product names for Wilson Jane. For the next argument, there is an option for when the result is empty. But since we're done with the main filtering criteria, we can close the formula with a parenthesis. After pressing enter, the filtered results will be displayed. Now we have the list of products: keyboard, laptop, monitor, printer, which should look familiar from earlier. When you filter by the customer name Wilson Jane, the result will show the matching product names: keyboard, laptop, monitor, printer. A total of 4 products. You can now see the dynamic array of product names consisting of these 4 values. To work with the array, select the cells and then press F9 to display the results. You can also drag to expand the array, depending on your needs. This time, instead of a dynamic array, the request is to join each element of the array into a single text string, separated by commas. To do this, we can use the text join function. You will apply it to the array created by the filter function, which will combine the values into a single string with commas separating them. In the text join function, for the first argument, the delimiter, it is used to insert a character between the values. In this case, we are inserting a comma enclosed in double quotation marks. This way, we are specifying that the string values will be separated by a comma. The second argument in the text join function asks whether to ignore empty values, which in this case isn't necessary. So, we select true. Next, we move to the third argument where we input the array. Typically, this would be something like text 1, text 2, text 3. But in this case, thanks to the filter function, we already have the dynamic array of the 4 product names. When you press F9, you'll see the values: keyboard, laptop, monitor, printer. This is the dynamic array. By simply enclosing the filter function within parentheses, we complete the formula. It's done just as requested. At this point, those of you watching have reached an advanced level. This is the final step, but from here, we'll take it up a notch. Prepare to impress your colleagues and boss with your skills. When we change the customer name to Smith Danny, the product names will update accordingly. However, the result shows monitor, monitor, printer, with monitor being duplicated. This happens because when we sort the customer name column for Smith Danny, the customer has purchased monitor, monitor, printer. If we use only the filter function, we can't avoid returning duplicates. But what if we want to display only the unique product names? In In this case, we can use the unique function to remove the duplicates and show only the distinct values. We have the array monitor, monitor, printer. To remove the duplicates from this array, we wrap the filter function with the unique function. Now, with the unique function applied, the result changes from monitor, monitor, printer to monitor, printer, eliminating the duplicate monitor. Once the formula is entered, you can drag the formula down and the product names will appear in a list, making it easy to see who bought what. It's a clear way to display the data. Now, we're almost done. But let's try one more thing to improve it further. Take a look at the list of products purchased by Wilson Jane. Keyboard, laptop, monitor, printer, scanner. Now compare this to the list of products purchased by Smith Daniel. Keyboard, laptop, monitor, printer. At first glance, it seems they purchased the same items. But the order is different, isn't it? This happens because the filter function extracted the data in a specific sequence. Wouldn't it be much easier to compare if we arrange the items in the same order? For example, keyboard, laptop, monitor, printer. By doing this, the data becomes much clearer and easier to understand. To take it a step further, if you wrap this formula with the sort function, the results will be sorted in ascending order by default. So, you would add sort around the unique function like this. Yes. Finally, by using line breaks in the function window, the formula will be displayed in a clearer way, rather than all crammed into a single line. This makes the formula more readable, and it's easier for others, like your colleagues, to understand as well. As you can see, when you copy this formula down, the order changes. Now, for Smith Dining, the products are displayed in the order monitor, printer, which makes the list much easier to read. This demonstrates how the sort, unique, and filter functions can be used to handle dynamic arrays. And these arrays can be combined into a single string using the text join function, providing a clean and organized way to present your data. To summarize, filter function is used to extract the relevant data. Text join function combines all the extracted values into one string. Unique function removes any duplicate values. Sort function arranges the data in ascending order, making it neat and easy to read. And that's everything. This combination of functions allows you to dynamically process and organize data efficiently. In this example, we used customer names from sales data to demonstrate how to create a list of all products purchased by each customer. However, in your own work, you might have data with invoice numbers. And for each invoice, there could be multiple products listed. Using the same approach, you can create a list of all items associated with a single invoice. In this case, you would simply replace the customer name column with the invoice number column. The process remains the same, allowing you to easily extract, filter, and list all the items for a specific invoice number. This method can be applied to many different scenarios in your workflow. To all of you who have watched until the end, I believe you are among the top 10% who demonstrate persistence and dedication. With that, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon and leave a like and a comment. Thank you for watching until the end, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.